Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming to watch my birthday stream and sending happy birthday wishes and give me so much joy and happy birthdays for my happy birthday stream supas. And then I will serious conversations for discussing my original song. And this is my first original song! Thank you guys for listening to it! And then thank you for making all the beautiful fan art. And thank you for sharing your thoughts and feelings and emotions and all the love in the comments. And then they're very, very beautiful. Thank you! I was nervous about this song because it's very, very personal. I think I talked about it in a grammar trip once, where I wasn't sure if my first song should be like something that, you know, more in line with how a lot of people view Gigi Murin, you know? Fun, chaotic. Like, I like songs like that. But then I always wanted to make a song that was from the heart and emotional, and I couldn't decide. I'm like, should that really be my first song? But in the end, I decided to go with this song as my first song because it meant a lot to me. And the way it came to be is actually my debut video. If you watch my debut lore video, where I was like, I know what this video means to me, but it can mean anything to you because I think art is beautiful and you get your own meanings from art. But what it meant to me is that I wanted to make my debut video more like this video. I was planning on making it more blatant and apparent, but some staff fans were they're understandably worried because it would be my first exposure to the wider net of all these fans, and there's like so many eyes. So they were just telling me about like the risk and stuff, or like, oh, you could put this out and then there's always gonna be like a vocal minority of bad actors. There's bad actors out there. So they really just wanted to make sure that I would be okay with it, and then so that's why I toned it down. I scaled it back so it wasn't as blatant in the debut video, but I was really considering it for the beginning. But I think why it mattered to me is because, as you can probably tell, I don't talk about Gigi Papa very often, but it's mostly because it's difficult, right? It's like they're not there, and people begin to question and wonder, and then you're just like, there's no way that I can talk about recent stuff, but with Gigi Mama, I can talk about all what she does every day, but Gigi Papa, there's only memories, and it's different. It's a different kind of talking. And I know that when you bring up stuff like that, it turns into this conversation, and it just feels so, I don't know, it had to be in my own way. I think I just had to do it in my own way. I really, really wanted to do it because as someone who has only had Gigi Mama and really long for so long, that I know how it looks if you don't bring up your other parent, and I didn't want people to assume that Gigi Papa was a bad parent because he was the best parent to me. That's why. It just makes me sad to think that there are people out there, because I never bring up Gigi Papa, where they think that I was probably, or like, you know, like bad memories. But he was a very, very awesome dad, and I'm happy that I can honor his memory. I'm glad that I was able to put out this piece of work, this art, and that's why I always want to do it. He was so awesome, and I would probably have introduced him to, if he was still around, I would tell him everything, and he would know about this, and maybe even, he just understood everything, and so it just makes me sad if like someone were to think poorly of him just because I don't talk about him. And that is why, that was my intentions, my reasoning. It's been a while, so I have come to terms with it. I don't think it makes it any easier, but it's just like, it's a really hard topic. It's rough, like, unfortunately, everyone has to go through it at some point in their lives, and it's difficult, and it's really hard to navigate, and even though it happens to, like, literally everyone, it sucks that it happens to literally everyone, but you never feel more alone when it happens, even though it happens to everyone. I've always wanted to put out art that resonates with people, because I know what it's like to be in really terrible places, you know? Spaces in your mind, in like terrible depression holes and stuff. And I know what it's like to feel like incredibly alone, but there is a lot of art out there that touches you. And I hope that what I put out is able to reach someone when they need it most. And that's why I love creating art. When I do things like this, it's not like, oh, this is massively affecting me right now, but it's something that I lived through, and then it's something that I just want to put out there, you know? And I hope that it can reach someone. because that's what art does for me. I like have this platform. I just really want to put more kindness out into the world. Is my philosophy is that since I have the opportunity, I should put out as much good as I can. It's like, oh, it's kind of self-serving, but I think there's enough darkness in the world that it's okay to just be, I just want to put out good things. It mattered a lot. I think people know that I kind of have a difficult relationship with Gigi Mama, but I do really love and care for her. But she wasn't always good to me. I had a very complicated relationship with her when I was younger, and I always thought that I would only be with Gigi Papa. And so when I lost him, it's like you lost the only thing that mattered to you or cared about you. But I'm really happy that Gigi Mama was able to change a little bit. I know that she bothers me and she annoys me sometimes, but I do treasure her. I do know that she made a lot of sacrifices for me. I forgive her for what she did. It doesn't undo what she did in the past, but I forgive her now, and I'm happy that she's around, and that's why I still care for her. Yeah, and that's just that's how it is. And the conception of the MV was that I had a very clear idea of what I wanted the MV to look like. Like from the very beginning, I want it to be mixed media. I want it to be a real life set, and I want something animated on top of that set. And I knew I could trust Izzy with it because they're really talented. And then Bones is also really talented, and I just knew these two together, they're like very talented story writers on their own. And I knew I could go to them, and I knew I could trust them. So what I have is this incredibly, just like all my word vomit of everything I want. And I'm like, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm trying to convey. And this is like my experiences. And then I just want to put it together. And they're very awesome. And they made it happen. I don't know. It's because I'm not the one doing it. So I don't know how feasible it is. And then I message them and I'm like, how possible is it for the set to get messier and more cluttered? And like the door is getting blocked and she's getting more caged in. How possible is that? And then they're just like, yeah, we can figure it out. They're so smart. And I think that I have like a very clear idea of the visuals, but I don't have a clear idea of music because I'm not very musically inclined. I wanted to reach out to Pretty Patterns because I like his work. And then I'm like, here's all my feelings, here's all my emotions. Can we make something happen? I wanted the song to still feel uplifting, and I'm happy that I got to work with so many talented people on this. And Lauren, who came up with the top line and the lyrics, and then I sent them all of my thoughts. Just so much word vomit. I'm glad that we could make this piece of art right here. Yeah, and that is how it came to be. I think I said most of what I wanted to say on how it happened. And I'm very happy. I don't know. I don't have any words to say other than I'm very happy. I know that there's a lot of people sharing their stories in the comments and stuff because it is a personal work and it like resonates with some people, so they're sharing their stories. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for opening up and sharing stories of things that matter to you.